Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for Scrapbooking Boys to Men, and I am sharing with you my letter U layout. This is the layout, and it is a tale of a pair or two of underwear. So U for underwear. I am airing some dirty laundry, ha ha ha, not really. There's no dirty story here or dirty underwear. Just a funny pun on my part. I am using the Paige Evans Bungalow Lane collection along with the packaging of a pair of underwear, Bombas underwear, and some Ellie Studios labels and a digital cut file. So kind of throwing in some stash and some other goodies into the Paige Evans. So I have chosen this piece of paper as the foundation of my page. I really liked the colors and how the colors went with the Bombas packaging, and there is a pair of green underwear as well, still folded, unused, probably for several years in the underwear drawer, and so I felt that the colors coordinated with the colors in the underwear drawer, as well as just liking the way that the colors, I really liked the diamonds in that particular piece of paper. So I am going to do something that I've done before, which is use some triangles along the edge of the page. I was really inspired more by the triangles. And so I figured I could use those and maximize those by creating edges on the edge of the page there. So this is a photo of the current underwear drawer, but the actual Bombases themselves have gone off to Virginia Tech, and so this is the packaging, but there is a long involved story behind how we arrived at this place. So Nicholas has worn tidy whities of the colored variety his whole life, as long as he has been wearing underwear, and the ones that you see sitting in the drawer have been around for a very, 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 very long time. And so we felt that heading off to college, it might be time to, do something about that situation. So Michael, who is a huge fan of Bombas, decided that maybe Nicholas could give these a try. And so a trial pair was ordered, and Nicholas liked them, so he set off and ordered himself a grundle of new underwear. Only when they arrived, he had forgotten to check the underwear, the tidy whities, and instead had received, I believe it was boxer briefs, which as a swimmer are not quite. I know there are plenty of swimmers who wear them, but that was not his thing. They're used to tighter clothing. So this is what he wanted, and so he returned them and then got what he wanted. However, he decided to change his mind and got a different size, which then no longer fit, so he had to return those. And so the story goes on. So that is what this is about, is the process of obtaining the new underwear. So I am using tags from the collection, and they have rounded bottoms, so pardon me being off camera there, but literally all I'm doing is rounding off the corner so that you don't see the pink, or what I believe it was pink, which didn't go with the rest of the colors in my layout there. And I'm going to use those knowing I have a long story to tell and wanting to be able to house the story somewhere. I am going to off camera add some baker's twine to that green tag there. It doesn't need it, but I like the movement that it adds to the page. This Bombas packaging is fairly thick cardstock, and so I am using some double-sided tape to just make sure that it stays firmly adhered to the page because it is heavier. This is a great way of adhering those heavier elements down to your page. I love the way that I could nestle a photo into that packaging, kind of like the way that the drawer, right, gets nestled into, it's not a chest because it's an IKEA. They're IKEA shelves they're not even shelves, IKEA cubes. And so, but it's kind of that same idea. And then I thought maybe I would house the title on that green tag there, but the title ends up being a lot longer than I had initially set out to do. So you could see earlier I cut these diamonds, and the idea was that I wanted to, and this is what I'm going to do, is stitch through the center of the diamonds and sort of fold them off dimensionally off the page. Initially, I had wanted to create a visual triangle around my page with them, but really I do have that visual triangle if you look at the corners and then the loose diamonds themselves. And they're kind of fun, just popped up off the page there. So I had pre-cut these pairs of underwear. I did incorporate a little bit of Jen Hadfield reaching out. I wanted a slightly different blue because you can see there's lots of variations of blue in the triangle pieces, and so I wanted to just get that actually what I wanted was that blue of the Bombas packaging, that sort of more aqua blue, tealy blue really. And so that I borrowed from Jen Hadfield. And actually the color palette of the Jen Hadfield Reaching Out collection and this particular palette, and actually even the the yellows and the reds as well in the Bungalow Lane, that if you were looking to create outside of just a single collection, those two collections go together really well in my mind. So I am now figuring out how I'm going to align all of these things. And in usual Suzanna Shuffle fashion, things are going to get shifted around the page. I actually, as I was editing the video, really preferred the way I had the underwear laid out, overlapping the one step prior to this, but everything is adhered down now. And the way that I've got the title working, um, I am going to just leave it. It's funny how stepping away from your work sometimes can give you a little bit more clarity, which is great if you are not filming, right? And I can always go back and move things around. I just, sometimes is it really worth it? Probably not. So I'm temporarily adhering these down so that I can go in and stitch them with my sewing machine. I am very mindful of trying to put the adhesive not where I'm going to stitch, because I have found that my needle gets gummed up super quickly, which changes the stitch length and then results in stitching that I dislike. So I have some letters here. These are, and you'll see both of them, I end up having to piece together letters because you can see my letter collection is getting older and well used. I'm going to do a tail of in these paler greens, and then I'm going to do underwear with that Bella Boulevard, and then I'm going to use some tile stickers, and I believe those are from Webster's, also in green for the title. So you'll see me put here a tail of underwear, and then I will go in off camera with those smaller letters and put in a pair or two of underwear. The other thing that I am also going to do off camera is I'm going to tuck in 3 labels. You can see the 3 labels sitting up the top there from Ellie's Studio. They just give a little bit more splash of color and a few more layers. It gave me somewhere to house the date and the labels that are going to go up top there. So I've kind of strayed from my visual triangle thing here, but you can see where the movement around the page, because the title is split between the top and the bottom of the page, and then you've got the photo and the journey in between the title, which kind of ties it all together. There's a nice balance of all of the colors throughout the page, and I think it comes together nicely. So I am on my own this week for the letter U, but if you look in the description box down below, I've got some other fun suggestions for you. Be sure to come back in 2 weeks for the letter V. That'll be interesting. Enjoy the close-ups. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Take care.